Ashley. I'm with Yoga for Caregivers. So good day. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. This month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so make sure that you do get yourself checked. And we are going to get started for our slow flow today in a child's pose. Big toes touch, knees out wide. Allow those arms to reach out in front of you. I like to cupcake my fingers first. Really find that length through the rib cage and then lower everything down. Just bringing that connectivity to your mat, to yourself, to your breath. Inhaling and exhaling completely. Filling your entire body with your prana, your life force energy. And just noticing how you're feeling. Recognizing and honoring how you're feeling throughout our practice today. Can you begin to deepen your breath, inhaling, filling that belly, ribcage, chest, constricting the muscles at the back of your throat as you exhale, chest, ribcage, navel up and in, making the sounds of the beautiful ocean waves, making your breath audible between the ears. Feel yourself melt even deeper with each exhale. Next, inhale, gaze forward. As you exhale, let's bow over that right thigh. Right, drawing that left sit bone back, maybe even crossing at the wrist crease. Again, this nice deep body stretch on the left side body. Continuing to breathe. This practice we're holding a little longer, just slowing things down. Really tuning inward to how the body is feeling. Building that strength and stability. Let's walk the hands back through center and over towards the left. Bowing over that left thigh, drawing that right sit bone back. Maybe even crossing at the wrist crease here. Breathing into the spaces that are tight. Inhaling completely, exhaling fully. And then just slowly coming back to center. Let's make our way into our tabletop position, shoulders over wrist crease, hips over knees, tops of feet pressing into the earth. Spreading those fingers nice and wide. Find a nice, strong, firm foundation. Navel is up and in. And we're gonna come into our traditional cats and cows. The nice and slow inhale, tilt the tailbone up, release the belly, gaze toward the ceiling meets the wall for our cow pose, our cow tilt. But stay here as you exhale. Inhaling completely, exhaling fully here. Let's take one more nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, push the earth away. Really exaggerate this. Round the spine like a scared Halloween kitty cat. And gaze back in between the thighs. Holding this cat tilt as you inhale. And you exhale. Next inhale lifts you back up for that cow. Can you go nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time? And a nice and slow exhale to that cat tilt. Let's do one more. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Coming back to that neutral tabletop position. We're going to extend that right leg nice and long behind us. Release the foot, press the heel back, and just hold. And just rock forward and back for a moment. Wake up that calf muscle, maybe the toes crack. And find some stillness, shoulders over the wrist crease. We're going to lift that foot off the earth, hip height, pressing equally through both palms, activate and navel up and in, gazes forward and down. And feel strong through that right palm. The left arm's going to reach out in front of us, thumb towards the sky. If you lose your balance here, you can always keep that hand on the earth. But if you have it lifted, reach in opposite directions. Feel length, the extension, the energy lines going towards the front and the back of the room. Inhale here. Exhale nice and slow, elbow to knee. Push that earth away, round the spine, hold here. Igniting the fire within. You are strong. Inhale to extend it out. As you exhale, release that hand if it's lifted. Cross the foot over towards the left and gaze over that left shoulder. Press the heel back. Let's come back center. Release that foot down, spinning the left foot over towards the left and grounding through that right heel, rising that right arm up for side plank variation. Reaching those fingertips up towards the sky and then over ear line. Press down through that outer edge of that right foot. Maybe gaze underneath that right armpit. Breathe into the spaces you are creating. And then slowly reach those right fingertips back up towards the sky. And release it back down to the earth, spinning back. And the right knee comes in. Opposite side. So that left leg's going to extend back, toes release to the earth. Press the heel back for a moment. And then rock forward and back, just recognizing how this side feels. Finding some stillness, shoulders over wrist crease. Lifting those left toes off the earth. Feel that extension right from the hip, pressing that heel back. Strong through that left palm. Optional with that right arm out in front of you, thumb towards the sky. Again, if you lose that balance, keep that hand on the earth. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. That hand is lowered, knee in towards the nose. hold here at this power center. You are strong. And then let's extend everything back out. Reach and kick. Right hand releases, left foot crosses over, and we gaze over that right shoulder. Press the heel back. Slowly coming back to center. Releasing the toes down. Let's spin that right foot out slightly towards the right. Ground down through that left heel. Left arm reaches to the sky for modified side plank. Compress through that outer edge of that left foot. Reach those left fingertips over ear line. And just breathe. Reaching those left fingertips back towards the sky. And then back down towards the earth, spinning back, releasing that left knee down. Inhale, that right arm's gonna lift. As you exhale, we're gonna thread that needle, reaching those right fingertips towards the left, lowering the right shoulder and cheek towards the earth. I want you to press down through that left palm and spin that rib cage open towards the sky. Staying here if this feels good for you. Maybe even reaching those left fingertips towards the front of your mat. We're going for that half bind. Reaching them around back to the right hip pocket. Wherever you are today, just know you have control of how far you go. Just allowing yourself to be into this space where you can create space. Getting out of that comfort level, but not causing pain. It's a balance. That space where you can just breathe and be. Wherever you are, you're going to plant that left hand back towards the face. Take your time, pressing down through that left palm, reaching those right fingertips back up towards the sky. And release it back down. Let's inhale for a cow. And exhale for a cat. Coming back through center, neutral tabletop. The left arm's going to lift. And then we're going to thread that needle. Left fingertips over towards the right, lowering onto the shoulder, lowering onto the left cheek. Really press down through that right palm, spin that heart open. Staying here, maybe reaching those fingertips out in front of you, or around to the left hip pocket. And just breathe. Where are you holding on to that you can let go? Maybe it's something physical in the body. Maybe it's a thought. When the thoughts start to wander, come back to that breath. Maybe counting to your own slow count of 7. Your own slow count of 7 to exhale. wherever you are, that right hand's coming back to the next to the face, and left arm's reach into the sky. Releasing that left hand down. We're going to bring the hand slightly in front of us and make big hip circles in one direction. Doesn't matter which one. Draw them all the way back and all the way forward. Really exaggerate it like you're a wild jungle animal, right? We all have wild hearts. Let it be free. Express yourself how you want to express yourself. And then go in the opposite direction with these circles. And then slowly find stillness, center line, curling those toes under. Let's extend that right leg nice and long behind us, toes onto the earth. Followed by the left leg, find that high push-up position, plank. Navel is up and in, heels are reaching back, crown's reaching forward. One long line of energy. Right, without moving your hands and feet, let's lift it up for our first downward facing dog. Heels don't need to meet the earth, mine aren't today. Slight bend in the knees, protect that low back. Press that heart space back. Feel strong here. Bend in that right knee nice and deep and try to drop that left heel. And let's switch sides. Left knee bends, right heel tries to drop. Come back to center. Let's bend both knees nice and deep. Crouching tiger, draw that heart space back. And like you're going through honey, let's roll forward into that plank that we came from. High push-up position. Take your time, nice and slow. High push-up position. Inhaling and exhaling. If you need to drop those knees, go ahead. Nice deep inhale. Full exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, we're all going to release our knees, chest and chin, elbows hug the rib cage. And then we slide onto our bellies, pressing our heart space up for a baby cobra pose, elbows hug in. Press the feet into the earth, press the pelvis into the earth. And then draw the hips back towards the heels for a child's pose transition. And then we meet back into our downward facing dog. Curl those toes under, lift that seat up. Take a nice deep inhale. Full exhale. Gaze in between the thumbs, and let's tippy toe to the top of our mat for our first forward fold. Feet together a little wider apart, tailbones reaching up as the crown reaches down. Slight bend in those knees to protect the low back. We're never locking out our joints. And just breathe into this forward fold. With control, let's root through the feet. Inhale, sweep those arms down, around and up. Reach towards the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. Prayer meets above head, and then slide it to heart space. Feel rooted down. Inhale, lift it back up. Reach prayer to the sky. Baby back bend if it feels good for you today. Exhale, swan dive down, flat back, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, slide hands to shins. Let's lift that heart space. Find that flat back, shoulders drawn back, crowns reaching forward. Exhale to release. And we're gonna frame out the feet, stepping that left foot all the way back. Softening the knee down, untucking the toes. Gaze goes forward. Try to relax those hips down, our runner's lunge. Option to stay right here, even to grab blocks if that feels good for you. Or bring the hands to the right thigh, lift on up, relax those hips. Right hip crease is drawn back, left hip crease is drawn forward. Option to stay here. Or maybe reach those arms up, relaxing the shoulders down the back body. Maybe even gaze goes in between the palms. Breathe. Each exhale, you melt even deeper. Take one more nice deep inhale. As you exhale, release those hands down. I recommend blocks, but if you don't have them, fingertips are always good. We're gonna gaze forward, and then as we exhale next, hips go back for a half split. Bring those blocks with you if you need to. And try not to thump into that left hip. Keep them nice and squared. Take a gaze forward, and then exhale, gaze towards the toes. Lean that heart space forward. Press that right heel into the earth. And just breathe. Left hand's gonna stay where it is as that right hand reaches up for a twist. Beautiful, smile. You're doing amazing. And slowly start to bend that right knee. Find that easy twist. Right? If you wanna release that block, you can. Fingertips to the earth. Just breathe here, reaching those right fingertips up, pressing down through that left palm. And nice and slow, let's rise up for an easy open twist. So right fingertips are gonna reach back as the left fingertips are gonna reach forward. Maybe gaze goes back towards that right thumb. Inhaling and exhaling. Releasing that left hand down, reaching those right fingertips back up, and releasing them back down to the earth. Let's curl those back toes under, lift the knee off, and step it forward for a forward fold Uttanasana. See that difference already in both sides of the body. Rooting through the feet, we rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart space. Inhale to lift it up. Exhale, swan dive down, flat back, forward fold. Hands to shins just to create that space, halfway lift. Exhale to release, switching sides, right foot's gonna step all the way back. Soften that knee down, untuck the toes. Gaze forward, relax those hips. Right, make sure that left knee's directly over the ankle, never in front. Holding here in our runner's lunge for a moment. And then bring the hands to the thigh. Sink those hips, square them off. Lift that beautiful heart of yours. Staying here or reaching the arms up. Relaxing the shoulders down the back body. Don't hold the breath as we hold the postures. Allow it to flow freely. Take one more nice deep inhale. As you exhale, release those hands down. Again, great option to have blocks here. Right, gaze forward. And then wherever you are, hips go back, straighten that left leg. Right hip directly over the right knee. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, gaze towards the toes and bow forward. And it doesn't matter how far or how deep you are. Right, just honor that body. Try to find that expansion. Try to create that space that you need. Right, my hamstrings are extremely tight, so I'm not all the way down. But if you have that, go for it. Don't hold back. But don't cause pain. So that right hand's gonna plant, the left arm's gonna lift to the sky for a twist. Maybe gaze follows. And then start to bend that left knee, find that easy twist. You can remove the block if that feels better with the palm on the earth. But really pressing down through that right hand, reaching the left fingertips up. And then slowly rising up for that open twist. So left fingertips are reaching back as you reach those right fingertips towards the front of your room. Maybe gazing back at that left thumb. Stacking head over heart over pelvis. Reach in opposite directions right from the heart space. Breathe. Smile. And then slowly release it back down. Right hand to the earth, left fingertips towards the sky. Releasing those left fingertips down to frame out that front foot. This time we're gonna step it back. So curl those back toes under. Let's step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to that high push-up plank position. Hold in here as you exhale, draw those shoulder blades away from each other. Long line of energy. Inhaling completely. Exhaling fully. If you need to drop those knees, go ahead. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. So strong. Inhale. This time as you exhale, knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga. Elbows always hug the rib cage. Flipping the tops of the feet. Cobra or up dog. And downward facing dog. Nice deep inhale. Full exhale. Gazing in between the thumbs, tippy toe stepping or hopping. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Bringing the feet a little wider apart, grabbing opposite elbows. Trying to draw the ears in line with the triceps. Just swaying from side to side. Allowing the heaviness of the arms to bring you closer to the earth. And then slowly release those hands down. Let's roll up one vertebrae at a time to stand. And once you stack head over shoulders, draw the shoulders up towards the ears and down the back body. Spinning the fingertips towards, or the palms towards the front of the room. Closing down the eyes, finding your mountain pose. Strong and stable through all four corners of the feet. Drawing that energy up the body, out the crown of the head. Reaching the fingertips down. Drawing the heart up. Right, it looks like we're just standing, but we're doing so much right here in our Tadasana. So strong, the wind can't knock us over. We are a warrior. How are you feeling? Thoughts are crossing through the mind. Make sure you're positive. No negative self-talk. Because you showed up. You are doing the work you need. You are a warrior. Gently flare open those eyes if you close them. Heel to the feet a little wider than hips distance apart, mats distance apart. My heels are in, toes are slightly turned out. We're gonna bring prayer to heart space and then lower all the way down. Find our yogi squat. Rocking a little from side to side. If this is too much on your knees, you can stay halfway up, finding a camper's pose. Right? Honor your body and how it's feeling today. And if this is easy for you, I want you to press through the feet and lift that tailbone slightly so you find that activation here. And just smile. Just big. Press the knees into the thighs or the elbows into the thighs. Feel that breath flow right from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Let's sweep that right hand out, the left arm to the sky. Gazing up at that left thumb, find a nice easy twist here. And then lowering that, come back to heart space. Switching sides, left hand out, right arm up. And coming back center. And lowering the seat down. Bringing the legs out in front of us. Shake them out if you need to. And then let's slide the soles of the feet together, finding a butterfly pose. Knees are out wide, right? The closer they are, maybe it's more accessible with them wider apart like a diamond. Take a nice deep inhale, lift that heart space, and as you exhale, wave it forward. Right, as far forward as you can go, keeping that length. And then inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, just creating that space we need. So this time as we exhale, we lower and hold. Really find that length through the spine. And then allow yourself to let go. Maybe gazing back. Right. Closer the heels are, the harder this is. The further away, the easier it is. Find that balance. Just not pain. That place you can breathe. And slowly rising back up. We're gonna extend that right leg nice and long. Drawing the sole of the left foot on the inside of the right thigh. Pointing those right toes towards the sky. Let's twist our torso over that leg. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Hands meet wherever they meet. They don't need to make the foot. Draw that right hip crease back, the left hip crease forward. And just breathe right here. Slight bend in the knee if you need to. Slowly rising back up, take your time. Bringing that left knee up towards the sky and crossing that left foot over the right thigh. Let's take an easy open twist towards the right. And then come back through center, extending that left leg out. Drawing the sole of the right foot towards the inside of the left thigh, flexing those left toes, twisting the torso over that leg. Take a nice deep inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale in for length, exhale into bow. Breathing through all that stickiness. Slowly rising back up, right knee takes a ride up and we cross it over the left thigh, twisting off towards the left, gazing off that left shoulder. Remember, you're twisted from that navel point. And then slowly coming back. Let's extend those legs out in front of us. Bending at the knees. And slowly rolling one vertebrae at a time all the way down. Take your time. And then once you get there, hug the knees in towards the chest and rock a little from side to side. Massage out that lumbar. And then let's plant the soles of the feet, inner hips distance apart, fingertips down at the side. Try to graze those heels. So you want to bring those feet that close towards the glutes, pressing the low back into the earth. And if you're feeling any pressure in the low back, you can bring those feet slightly closer towards the front of your mat just to release that pressure. We're holding our bridge pose, but if you want to make it restorative, you can grab a block and put it down at your side for a moment. Our gaze is going to be directly above us. We're not rotating our neck here because we do put a little pressure, so we just want to keep it neutral and stable. Again, we press that low back into the earth, and then we lift the hips up towards the sky, pressing through the feet, pressing through the forearms. Allow shoulder blades to come closer towards one another. If you have that block and want to use it now, grab it from the side and place it underneath the sacrum and lower down and just hold. Otherwise, press through your feet, press through those forearms, maybe even close down the eyes. Think that you're energetically hugging something between your thighs. Really feel activated here. Inhale in and exhale in. You even have the option to interlace the hands at the low back, pressing the fists into the earth, lifting those hips even higher than you think you can, because you are stronger than you think you are. You're braver than you think you are. You are a warrior. Don't hold on to that breath. And slow, with control, wherever you are, we're going to lower, release that block if you have it. Lower all the way down. And just windshield wiper the knees from the right to the left. Coming back through center, hugging the knees in towards the chest. And just extending the legs up towards the sky. Find the waterfall pose. I like to sit on my hands, give myself a little lift in the tailbone. You can also sit on a block or place legs up the wall. Just give back to our feet that keep us grounded each and every day. Allow that blood to flow back towards your beautiful heart space. Legs will shake, allow the work to happen. Slowly begin to hug those knees back in towards the chest. Open the arms out into a T. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, release the knees towards the right, gaze towards the left. Right hand can even rest upon the left thigh. Just breathe into this twist. Slowly come back through center. And to the opposite side, release the knees towards the left, gaze towards the right. Left hand can rest upon the right thigh if that feels good for you. Try to relax the shoulder blades down. Coming back through center. And find your way into final relaxation. If there is any other movement that you need, a happy baby pose, Supta Baddha Konasana, recline bound angle, I invite you to come into it. Otherwise, right foot comes towards the right corner of the mat. Left foot comes towards the left corner of the mat. Relaxing the feet. Hands down at the sides. I want you to take them off your mat onto the floor beside you. Palms facing up towards the sky. And then just draw the shoulder blades closer towards one another and just lower down onto them. Close down the eyes. We all meet here if you're doing any other movement. Allowing the entire body to just be, to recognize what you've just done for it. Allowing that breath to come back to its natural breath pattern. Feel light and free, but strong and stable, connected. Just be. Feel that earth beneath you, the sky above you, the energies that surround you, the energies within. Slowly awakening the body by wiggling all 10 fingers, all 10 toes. Rocking your head from side to side. Give yourself a full body stretch, reaching those arms overhead, pointing the toes towards the front of your mat, like it's a brand new day, it's a brand new awakening. And then hug the knees in towards your chest and just say thank you to yourself for taking the time to unroll your mat and just be here. Be present and tune inward. Rolling over onto your right side, making a pillow with that right arm in fetal position. Taking a few more moments here to soak in all the sensations. To recognize how your practice is going to follow you off your mat into your day. And then when you're ready, meet me back up into easy seated position. Eyes closed the entire journey up. Allowing the sit bones to ground as the heart lifts even higher. And bringing prayer to heart space and pressing the thumbs into the sternum, feeling that vibration, that energy. It's in each and every one of us to shine upon the world. Bowing your head down towards that heart space in honor of your practice, in honor of your teachers and your teachers' teachers, in honor of the true guru, the guru within. You are strong, you are brave, you are a warrior. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat. It's always an honor to guide you. Namaste.